This is the Leo Clamaco podcast.
Sergio, I've worked for 3 hedge fund billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, that's always been a white man's game. They dominate that game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And to build a hedge fund, in my mind, you gotta come from a lot of money. That's how I've seen it, right? I think I've broken that frame a little bit. But to me, it's just this unattainable white man's world that it's for them to run and control and not for us.
Right.
How did you break into that?
The opportunities presented themselves and the tools are available, right? With a good brand, content, being able to get into the right rooms through content was what helped us push. Because we've been building our pages for many years. I mean, we have strong online brands. And thanks to that, we're just able to create content around an opportunity. In this case, it was a financial opportunity.
Right.
And like that, we got on YouTube, podcasts. We did everything we could possibly do, along with inviting older clients from other businesses that would see our stuff and would ask us. But that's the way we raise money. We raised about 12, 15 million in less than 12 months.
That's awesome. Congrats.
And thank you. And it was a journey. I mean, it was a lot of fun. Right now we have our private equity fund. We have Flexport shares that we're waiting for it to IPO. And then we also are in the works of building up a real estate fund. But it's I don't know if you know this guy, Bridger Pennington, Fund Launch.
Sounds very familiar.
Right. We didn't do...
I know Fund Watch.
Fund Launch.
Fund Launch, not
Yeah,
Fund Watch. Okay,
yeah.
got it. And I don't know Fund Launch.
Yeah. So Fund Launch, he helps break that barrier for people, and he helps them open up their hedge funds with the right regulations and the right mindset, how to raise money, how to get into the right rooms.
Right.
We didn't do it through him, but he is a perfect example and a testimonial to show that you don't need to be a white man in Wall Street with the right connections and the right rooms to be able to raise millions, if not billions of dollars. Social media has opened up that opportunity to people as well. You just need the right vehicle. Okay, so through the first hedge fund that we built, we got in touch with the guy that gives us the opportunities for pre-IPO shares.
Okay.
And that's where we got that opportunity, just being at the right place at the right time, man. We didn't even ask for that. We were just at the right place, right time, gave us an opportunity. We created a structure. We raised money for Flexport. And then we're just waiting for the next capital call, whenever that is. But it's a very passive type of business right now. Real estate is mainly our next play, just because opportunities are going to start coming up in single family.
Yeah, for sure.
We're building some single family homes from scratch. And that's going to be the next thing that we want to do in the hedge fund space. But our main focus right now is marketing.
Was there
is bread and
any...
butter.
Did you invest any of your own money in that or no?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Everything we do, we invest money first. That's kind of like our testament.
Did you borrow money to invest, or was it your own savings?
It could be a mix of both. You can't really borrow much money to invest into an offering, right? You can't swipe a credit card and buy an offering.
Right.
Usually it's through savings, or you get a HELOC on a house that you have if you want to risk that.
Right.
But it could be a mix of both for people. You know, people might have an IRA or a 401k that they want to transfer to an investment, knowing the risks, of course, and that's it. Yeah.
Very interesting, man.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
It's been very different. You know, we're very used to being free with our content, free with how we are. And in the hedge fund space, there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of ways that you need to
SEC,
act.
right?
SEC regulation, regulations everywhere, really, depending on what you're raising money for.
Right.
Especially in the private equity space. But we were so used to that, and then we started getting into the space, and we started wearing the suits. We started dressing nicer. We started getting into rooms, speaking a little more professionally. And for me, that was kind of like the most difficult aspect, because I just love to be me. I love to talk how I talk, dress how I dress. And in this case, I mean, that was like, okay, now I got to change up a little bit. So it was just adapting to that environment. And then marketing, you do your thing as well. You adapt to that environment. But
are you guys actively accepting clients into the hedge fund?
If there's an opportunity, yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore because Flexport's done. That one is closed out.
Got it.
But if we do have an opportunity in private equity, absolutely. If we have an opportunity in equities, we would do it as well. Real estate is, again, once that's done, because right now we do it through promissories, right? Like you would go buy a property through a promissory note, you give a loan.
Right.
So we want to go a little bit bigger than that. And because of that, we have a fund structure that we just need to finish a little more paperwork and then start accepting capital through there.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's so incredible.
Yeah.
And
Learning through experience.
100%. And I love that you have the balls to go through it seriously.
Yeah.
Because it's not everyone that can, at 28, that can raise $15 million and have a hedge fund.
Well, it wasn't just me. It was myself.
I understand that, but you're definitely a part of that.
100%.
You know?
100%. Yeah.
So it's very inspiring.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know, it's very, very cool.
Yeah, I definitely got more gray hairs because of that business.
I believe it.
You know? and thanks to that business, if anything, we started getting really, really good at creating systems. Because
you have to, right?
Yeah, for that business, communication is key, documentation is key, data is extremely key. Whenever there's an audit or anything that you need to present.
Or security, right?
Or security.
Yeah.
It's extremely important to have systems. Thanks to that business, we got really good at creating systems, and now we use the same systems for our marketing agency that we've had since 2017 it started.
That's powerful.
And the marketing agency, we always ran it without systems. We always did things kind of like,
like winging
bootstrapping, winging it, spreadsheets, manual, everything. And then a few years back, or I'm sorry, this year, we officially started new offers with systems, and the growth has been exponential. I mean, it's so much easier to scale a business with systems from the beginning.
Right.
Which is funny that you mentioned you having the whole aesthetic look of your first business on building websites.
Yep.
In my opinion, yes, that aspect isn't really as important, but if you start building systems in parallel to your sales, man, it's going to be a way easier ride for you in the future as you build that system, that business.
Do you sell your system? Do you teach others?
I do, yeah. We started doing that about 6 months ago.
How's that going?
Incredible.
That's very lucrative.
It's very lucrative because it's not just consulting, but we actually do work within their system. So we go in there, we create the automations. We first listen to the client. What do you want to sell? First of all, what's your business?
Right.
Is this something that you just want to white label services and create an organization with it? Or do you have a fitness business that you want to digitize and create offerings through there?
Right.
When they tell us, we create the game plan, but we create the automations, clients, workflows, client journeys, lead journeys, onboarding, offboarding, so that all they have to do is send a payment link to a lead. When the lead closes, they go through their journey entirely without any hands-on, unless the person wants to do a consultation call as part of their plan. But yeah, we either do that or we consult on creating systems.
Incredible.
It's just very powerful. A lot of entrepreneurs.
Extremely. It's the foundation of your company.
And it becomes sellable.
Yes.
You can't sell a business without systems.
No, you can't.
Because you're selling yourself.
Right.
And you're the value. If you're the value, nobody's going to want to buy you.
If you can't replace yourself, nobody wants that business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is the pitch, right? It's entrepreneurs having a business for way too long without systems. They created a 24/7 job for themselves, and we got to know their goals. If your goal is to scale beyond where you are and break the glass ceiling and sell your business down the road, this is the way to go. And having subscriptions, a lot of subscription-based services. Yeah.
That's the future, right?
That's the future. Yeah, that for me, that's my main, a big focus right now is building up an infrastructure for us to scale along with our clients, right? Because building systems is not an easy task.
Right.
So we got to have a big team. We got to build our own systems within that big team.
You need cash flow. Yeah.
Cash flow.
Monthly cash flow.
Exactly.